Hello, and welcome back to Soulstar Radio. I'm joined today by my wonderful regular guest, Mr. Raul Estevez, who is an author, psychic and healer. Welcome, Raul, all the way from Ballarat at your Crystal Blue Butterfly Healing Centre. Hello.
Hello, thank you so much, Jacqueline, for inviting me to be one of your regular guests. I'm really, really excited. And as you can see, I'm here surrounded by the beautiful colour lily from our gardens here in Ballarat. And the colour lily brings a beautiful angelic message of I love you. So sending so much love to you, to all the listeners, and to your wonderful producer.
Thank you, and we love our producer. He's the best producer in the world, I believe, because you can go from kind of to, whoa, let's get grooving with our guy. He's like really good. If you're having a flat day, talk to Dave. He's the guy. I do love the colour lilies. I've always made a practice of having them growing in the garden wherever we live or move to, and you know, another way of looking at it is also the goddess lily. And so there's both the masculine and the feminine in the one flower. So it's quite a beautiful clearing energy that you've got going on there. So, and thank you so much also for agreeing to be a regular guest. It's a real honour to have you here and really loving the space because we always have fun. We were talking off air a bit about self-acceptance, and I'm really noticing a theme running through the energy of this week of people having to come to terms with self-acceptance, with, you know, do I have the energy for this or that, whatever it is that's going on for them. And, yeah, it's kind of an interesting energy for people to be dealing with at the moment. You've been talking about feeling that a bit as well.
Yes. Sometimes, you know, we reach a certain stage and age in our life where we actually decide what's really good for us in our own way, in our own terms. People can give us advice and they can give us a different perspective and a different way of looking at things. But at the end of the day, I would say to anybody out there, truly be who you want to be right here, right now. Don't allow television programs to program you. Allow that idea that you can enjoy a television program without taking it too seriously, or you can enjoy a conversation with somebody else, and they can give you their perspective and they can give you their point of view sometimes about you. But in the end, if it doesn't sit right here in your heart chakra, well, with you, you know what? Don't do it. And when it feels right, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes into that sort of sense of self-esteem and the confidence to be yourself. And I think the most important thing people can do in life and also in having readings from people as well is to be honest with themselves, even if they're not necessarily coming out and expressing what they think or feel about this or that, but to at least be honest with themselves and to find out what that is and then to be true to it, if that makes sense.
It does, and it does make sense, particularly with readings. And sometimes I see, particularly in social media, a lot of people looking for answers in so many different places and talking to you and talking to me and talking to somebody else and then don't really find in a clear direction. I will say to anybody out there that is perhaps looking for a reading with you, with I, with whoever, make sure that you resonate, that you got really good energy with the person that is going to be doing the reading for you. Because if not, it's not going to be happening. I know that you and I are probably comfortable enough nowadays to be able to say to somebody, I don't think that a reading with me would be the best for you. Yeah. And that's when we know that we don't resonate and that the energy is not there. But some people will go from here to there looking for the answers. Try and hone in on a reader, perhaps, if that's what you are guided to do, and go with that. Don't keep on going from one Facebook page to the other, asking for the same question and trying to get the answer that you want to hear. Because with me, the angels always tell me, it may not be what you want to hear, but it will be what you need to hear.
Yep, absolutely. And I had... I'll never forget this woman who came along one time, and I think I might have told this story a few times, but it was kind of like, you know that movie Groundhog Day? And it's like over and over. And so she sits down at the start of the reading, and I look at her, and I said, just a moment. And so I get the pen and I write down something. And then I fold up the paper and then I put it over here and I say, right, now. And then la, 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 la. And exactly. And when this happens with these types of people, it's exactly 50 minutes. I'm looking at the clock that's sitting above them on the wall. And I'm not a clock watcher, but I notice with these particular people, it will always be, always, at 50 minutes into the hour, they've got 10 minutes left, and they go from, right, like this for 50 minutes to sitting up on the seat, adjusting, doing this, like that, and then they go, and they're looking at their watch, you know, on whichever hand, but they do this like as if they've never seen their watch before. And they go, now, they go, other psychics tell me I'm psychic, why haven't you? And when this particular lady said this to me, I just said, well, and then I handed her the sheet of paper and I said, read this. And I said, and when you're reading it, can you read it aloud for me? And she says, why? I said, please just indulge me. Just indulge me. And she read it aloud and said, other psychics tell me I'm psychic, why haven't you?
That gives you the correct idea.
Yeah.
But also self-acceptance sometimes as well, Jacquelene, comes into us receiving beautiful compliments and receiving them wholeheartedly. This week I've been inundated by readers around the world. There's a lady in America, thank you so much, Irma. She's going around San Francisco with my Angels Connections, taking pictures everywhere on the Golden Gate Bridge, at the Chinatown. And I just thought, what a lovely thing to do, and totally unrequired. But it was just beautiful to receive. And another beautiful reader that of my books that I've also did a reading for this lady, Chris in Tennessee. She sent me a couple of crystals that she made herself, an angelite and a turquoise, and the angelite awareness of your angels, at the turquoise here, an energy of healing. And I just thought, here I am receiving, and thank you so much. And that self-acceptance that who we are and what we're doing is actually affecting somebody else in the world. Absolutely. And today, in this day and age, here we are communicating online.
Absolutely. And it's also in that self-acceptance, it's about once you've got the message going, okay, I'm going to live with that. I'm going to do that. Not going and getting that answer again, like we were talking about the answer shopping. It's like, okay, so now what are we going to do with it? That's the next step. And self-acceptance is about stepping into that. And I really love how your book, you know, it's got its own self-acceptance going on, because it's visiting the Golden Gate Bridge, you're going off to Chinatown, it's sort of going out there. And that's that energy of, you know, that thing where you've said, right, I'm going to trust myself here and I'm going to do and be proactive, not just I want to hear from someone that this will work. Because you could have easily, when writing these things, just gone, yes, I've written this, but do I accept myself? No.
It's what has been amazing regarding particularly the books and the self-acceptance. And you probably see them online, and whoever hasn't seen them, you can go into my page, Raul Angelic Messenger, and have a look at the pictures. With the other one, My Little Angels Talk to Me, you saw those little girls opening the books and their faces light up, and you think, you cannot buy that sort of things. That's natural. A child opening a book and the face lights up. It's truly, children don't lie. And in particular, they just give you the beautiful energy. And that makes you feel exactly what you were saying, Jacquelene, that idea that, okay, I accepted that this is the way that I'm going to go, but I'm going to go wholeheartedly with it. And regardless of what people may or may not say, that's what I believe in. And if I send that energy out, everybody else will also get the same energy. When they open the page of a book, when they keep it at the bedside table, that so many people have been said that. So I guess that what we're trying to say, or what I'm trying to say to people, is believe in the book that is within you. And it's not necessarily a book that you're going to write. It's your story. Believe in that.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So I think the main message as well, it's like, yeah, the answer that's within you, the book that's within you, just go and do it and be it. Often people, when they're having readings, there can be issues of self-acceptance, self-esteem. Often that's what they're sort of coming for. There can be, obviously, questions they want to know about. Some people are just coming to the reading first time, never had a reading, and it's like, whoa, what is this, you know? It's a whole new world. But, yeah, so it is. It's about going and doing the action, not just I guess living as a passenger. It's about having to write it yourself. Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
So we've actually got our first caller here. We have Tina in Lafayette in Indiana, USA, on the line. Are you there, Tina?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to us, Joe there. Thank you so much for calling in. We've got Raul Estevez. He's an author, a psychic and a healer. So did you have a question for Raul there? Tina?
Yeah, I did. I had a beloved pet that passed away recently, and it was very sudden, and I don't know what happened. There was no signs of sickness.
I usually talk about graduation time, and we all have a soul living a human experience, and she was saying pet, correct? Yes.
Yeah,
and pets also do have a soul, and at times when they passed away suddenly, it may be suddenly to us, but it's actually not suddenly for that pet. It came to fulfill a purpose, and that purpose was actually completed and fulfilled. And it may not look to you that it was fulfilled because you miss that pet dearly, but it was time to move on. It was time to move forward. It's about that evolution through love. It gave you the love that it needed to give you, and now it was time for that pet to move forward in their evolution and their soul. So take it as a sign that it's something that it needed to happen, and it was the right place at the right time. It may not feel that way, and I feel the pain in your heart. I lost a pet quite a few years back, and it lived with us since 6 weeks old until 16 years old. So it's really, really hard to actually come to terms with it. But what I will say to you that it works for me is cherish the beautiful memories, cherish the love that pet actually brought you. And I'm not like many people will say, go and get another pet. I'm not into replacing the void that it left. Well, that's what needed to happen, and I needed to find the love that pet left me to fill that void. Not with another pet, not with another. Pets are like people; they're not replaceable. Once a person is gone, once a pet is gone, they're gone. But remain with the love, and that love is going to move you. It's going to be that emotion, that energy emotion that is going to get you to the other side of where you need to be. But one thing is, don't repress that pain. Let it come out. If you need to cry, cry. If you look at a picture of a fun time, enjoy that picture, and if the tears roll down your face, let them just roll. But that's as much as I can get you. And in the near future, you're going to start blossoming once again. And perhaps you will get another pet, but not because you're going to replace it. It's because you're happy to have another pet in your life. But in the meantime, just go with the love.
I just wanted to know if it was something that I did, because they were fine the night before and then they were gone the next morning.
No, truly. And the angels are showing me a big no, a big resounding no. Nothing that you have done here. Everything was fine. It was just time for the pet to go. And that's, you know that sometimes we talk about signing contracts to coming into this life, to be in somebody's family, to be in somebody's life. And that pet, well, sign up to be in your life for that period of time. And when the period is over, there was an exit and a graduation, moving forward, living another experience now. But I will say to you, nothing for you to be truly upset about that you did anything wrong. No, you did not. Things are fine.
Okay.
I feel that when you're going to be walking, Tina, as well, I actually feel like you'll find that there's going to be feathers dropping in front of you, just as you have a particular thought, and it's like the answer's coming with the feather. And I feel like that's not very far away, in the next couple of days even, but when you're walking, it's like walking and then feathers dropping in front of you is what I'm seeing. So you may find that going on a bit of a meditative walk is going to be rather helpful in the next few days that will help bring clarity to this, and give you a lot of peace there as well. So I hope that assists you. I was very much getting much the same kind of message. It's like, this is a closed door. This is not you that's coming through in this. It is simply there's the closed door there. So, like Raoul says, sometimes pets come into our life for a certain period, for a certain time in our life, and then it's like it's their time to go home, even though that doesn't fit. But it's certainly that's what we're both getting.
It just concerned me because he should have lived a lot longer than he did, and it was just, so sudden and so unexpected.
Yep, absolutely. But sometimes pet and even sometimes people go at what seem like, not quite the right time to our line of thinking, but we don't know what's going on a much higher level that is causing them to leave early, in our time scale of things. But in a way, this pet's gone at the time that's sort of right for them. And the card that I've got sitting there actually shows a wolf, and so that's very much about the pathfinder, and having the wisdom in this situation, that everything is as it's meant to be, even though that is obviously a very sad time for you, which we do understand, certainly not to minimise that, but it is very much that sort of closed door. So you will find that in time later, there's a pet coming to you free to a good home is what I get here, that's going to be, once again, you'll have a very loving relationship and friendship with that and companionship with that pet, but that's not right now, and it's not time for that just now. So just keep going with the healing of this time. I don't feel you've been, you need to not be quite so hard on yourself about this situation. I don't feel that you've been in any way, negligent or anything like that. That's my main message. And, just be a bit gentler on yourself there, Tina. We thank you so much for your call today, and hope that answers that for you. You're very, very welcome, Dal. So that's quite an interesting call we've had there. Now we may have time very quickly for Malika in Yaden in Pennsylvania, US. Are you there, Malika?
Yes, I am here. Hello.
Hello, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm just a little nervous, and I don't know where to start, but I just need some advice because over the past year and a half or so, I just been working on, acquiring peace in life and becoming my higher self. And I just have so many, I feel like I just need some answers. Am I getting close? Because I know, no one's 100% happy all the time. And I just want to know if, my current relationships as far as friendships and my romantic one that I'm in, are they the right route to take? I'm just looking for my path. So I just would like some advice on that.
Okay, the first word that comes up for me here, Malika, is trust. So firstly, what they're saying is truly drop into your heart chakra and trust the messages that you're getting. Don't try and second guess yourself. Don't put any self-doubt into the situation, and follow your inner guidance. What I can actually see at the moment, there's a lot of chattering, and there's a lot of different voices coming in and in your head and telling you to go in so many different directions. So the word here for you is alignment. Just truly come back into you. What feels right for you? What feels right in your heart? And sometimes I know that people talk about ego. Yes, ego has a negative connotation, but it has also a beautiful positive connotation that is the connection to the conscious and unconscious, and also what makes you unique. So find within your quiet time what makes Malika unique and embrace that. And as you're embracing that, you're going to realize that your pathway in front of you becomes much more clear, because you are letting go of all this chatter and you're opening up the road to see where you need to go without all these people giving you different directions, go left, go right, go center. You're going to find your own pathway, because what you got within you is so divine. It's a matter of not second-guessing, not doubting, and truly believing in you.
Okay, well, I do that. I try to listen to my inner self, and I do try to meditate, but, I'm just unsure of, where to go. And then as far as my relationships go, do you have any advice on that as far as friendships and my romance?
Okay, the key word that you're actually saying here at the moment that is being highlighted is try. And I will say to you, move that word aside. Do not try, simply do. Do meditate. Do practice. Do what you need to do without trying, simply doing. What I'm getting about regarding your relationship is that acronym is flying in front of my face, and it's that word fly. First, love yourself. Then, once you are in a really good foundation, you're going to be able to concentrate on the relationship. But at the moment, it truly is about you.
Oh,
Beautiful. Beautiful,
All
and
right.
I would really go along with that guidance there, Raoul. I think you've got it in one, and thank you so much for your call there, Malika, today. I think that's what we really got to do. It's about that finding that love in you, and it comes back, isn't it? It's like we've done the full circle in the show, gone from self-acceptance back to self-acceptance.
Fly back to it.
That's it. So thank you so much for being on the show again today. I'm looking forward to you coming back the first week in January and then the first week of every month. So that's going to be fantastic. Thank you for being on the show again today and adding your beautiful energy to it, and the lovely colour lilies. I'm looking forward to catching up with you in January. That's really fantastic, Raoul.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline, and thank you to the callers today, and to Dave, your producer. Have a wonderful end of the year, and look forward to seeing you bright-eyed, bushy-tailed in 2018.
Beautiful. Thanks, Raoul. We'll catch you same time, same channel next week on Soulstar Radio. You can catch up with Raoul and myself via the Facebook page, which you can find through the A1 radio page. You can also find it through typing in Soulstar Radio into Facebook. I'll be posting the link to Raoul's page on Soulstar Radio, which takes you right through to his website properly as well. So you'll be able to catch up with Raoul there, and also his beautiful books, My Angels Connections and My Little Angels Talk to Me. So it's going to be fantastic for you to be able to connect with him there, and also to connect with him each first week of the month. So thank you so much for watching and listening. Once again, we're sorry for those we couldn't get straight through to today. And thank you for everyone who's called in. We wish you the absolute best. See you next week. Lay! In the meantime, kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. Someone singing, my lord.